Do we get this video?
Good morning, this is Jeff at Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 5264 North Amherst Street here in Portland. We are located down in the basement. In general, I try to describe everything as if you're standing in the street facing the front of the home. I believe right now we are on the left side, up next to the foundation wall underneath the basin sink. Going into a 4-inch cast iron cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. Off we go. And we'll zero out here once we drop into the main line and tie in. Transitioning here to 6-inch concrete pipe. Alright, located the camera head here. We're going to pull back and do one more locate just to verify with certainty, but where I'm picking things up, the line's going out to the rear alleyway. I'm going to pull back in here about 5 feet or so and do one more All right, there. Just ran my camera, came back in here to clean the lens up a little bit.
All right. I'll talk to you. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your work? What's your work?
When I was rolling back in there, I bumped my camera. I'll go back and review the video to get the exact foot mark where the transition is at. But you know, as far as the concrete pipe goes, it sits right now. The line has good slope and grade, which is a great thing that the line still has that, considering the age that it is. My biggest concern about the line as it sits right now is just the condition of the flow line. If you can see there, the difference between the top and the bottom of the pipe, that's what it used to look like. That's now what it looks like. You're getting some pretty heavy, rougher aggregate exposed right now, and that process, once it starts, it doesn't slow down. It is an indication of the age of the line, just where it's at in its existence. So being that it is the age that it is, what I would recommend on this line is I would certainly be planning to, especially if you want to take advantage of a trenchless epoxy liner or trenchless repair, doing it within the next 3 to 5 years. The line runs under a lot of concrete out back. You'll see a little pink flag I stuck in the ground back there right between a concrete seam. That flag is sitting almost directly over the transition, maybe not perfectly, but it's close enough. It's about 6 inches off from it. About 5 foot 4 inches deep is what I'm getting there. So, and nowadays with the advent of trenchless repair systems, I've done over 25,000 sewer scopes. I have seen a lot of lines where folks wait too long, the line continues to wear out, and then you get hydro erosion problems, where the line starts to allow dirt to migrate into the sewer pipe, eroding the support out from underneath it. So right here in the flow line, what it looks like you've got there are 2 pieces of cast iron, from what I can tell. Common issue when a line gets, if any repairs take place somewhere, a piece of cast iron will chip off, because cast iron is a brittle pipe product. When someone goes to saw into it or breaks it open, pieces will chip off and get down line and then solidify or rust themselves into place. So I'm not seeing a ton of buildup over the top of it. However, you still have obstructions there in the flow, and that can indeed snag debris. You know, that one there, they're both about a ½ inch tall. So, and the cast iron here, I would put it in a similar category as the concrete. It's functioning. It too is showing some wear and tear in the flow line. Ideally, if you were to do an update on this, what I would recommend doing is, if you were to do a liner, you've got another one right here too. And these things can be ground down. Sometimes you can drain clean them loose, but there's machines that can grind them down. The other thing you can do, and we have water running right now, there's something draining off upstairs. The other option is you simply line over the top of it. You will have a little bit of a lump and a bump there, but you'll smooth the edges out on it. Anyway, cast iron showing a little bit of wear and tear back in here too. Just the texture of that. The line almost has the appearance like it may have been cleaned at some point. Sometimes you get that appearance there when a machine goes to the line and strips rust layers off the cast iron. That's kind of how that looks there. So, but because of just simply the age and the wear and tear the line has on it currently, this is a line that I would like to see. You know, right now it would make the most sense, at least in my opinion, to do it trenchless, shoot a liner through it, as the line has good slope and grade. That's to ensure that you can take advantage of a more convenient, generally a cheaper update type process that doesn't require trenching. If not done now, I would recommend rescoping about every year to keep an eye on the line, so you don't miss any opportunities to do something like a trenchless repair. If you let a line sit for too long, it gets too worn out, that is a real possibility, where you can let the line get too far past that point and they're stuck doing a dig or at least a semi-trenchless repair like a pipe burst. I'm going to do another couple locates here, but you'll see my pink flag out back. That's right on the transition. The line runs very straight back and forth. I'm just trying to see if we're under the floor right now or outside the house.
Like some concrete.
Alrighty, I just did a locate here. The locate signal does appear to be coming in outside the home, so the line turns and starts leaving the house pretty darn fast after going into the clean out access.
I bet I couldn't tell. I bet there is though. I bet it's fur.
Any rodent?
They recommend a repair on the, I think an ideal way to do this would be to shoot a liner through it. You can do it however you want to, but recommend an update there to deal with both the cast iron and concrete, just being, again, the wear and tear that it's currently showing, also combined with the age and the fact that it still has good slope and grade, which is a small miracle for lines this old. I hate to see that opportunity missed. If not updated now, I would recommend rescoping periodically to keep an eye on the line, so you don't miss any opportunities to take advantage of as many types of repair processes as you can. You're about 5'4" deep there at the transition to concrete pipe. Line's going to be at a similar depth as it does not grade off or dive terribly hard anywhere. If you do any updates, I highly recommend rescoping afterwards. Check the work.